Okay, so now can you hear me? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Okay, so basically today is our fifth number of days, and mainly today we will try to discuss about that air quality monitoring using the Google Earth Engine. How we can easily make the different types of concentration map of air quality parameters such as nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, or other gases which are available in the Sentinel-5 satellite imagery, and also make that. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so I simply start the recording. Starting. Okay, so let's go to today's class. I simply share my screen. So now can you see my screen? So now it's visible, yeah? Okay, so let's go.
Yes, sir. Sure.
Okay. So hi and welcome to the 7 days online training program on Google Earth Engine. So basically today is our fifth number of days, and today I will try to discuss about the some part of the air quality parameters. So mainly how we can easily make the different types of concentration maps such as nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, then also formaldehyde, aerosol. Actually, which all of those gas are available in Sentinel-5. All of those gas. How can easily make the concentration map? Then how can easily make the time series chart? How we can easily download the air quality parameters data in a Excel file or CSV file format? How can you download? Then we also try to discuss about that how to convert the unit from mole per meter square to molecules per centimeter cube. Then how to make the time series chart of this air quality parameters. And finally, how we can easily export this map and use the ArcMap software for make your research paper map or your research paper map or your presentation work map. Okay, so let's go. So first of all, you can see there is the two map. So here the one map is that methane concentration map of Kuwait. Another map is that nitrogen dioxide concentration year of 2020 month of January of Bangladesh. And here you can see this unit is that ppb. We can get the unit ppb in here for the methane concentration. Also make this map in Google Earth Engine platform, and then you can simply download the tip images from here. Okay. Also, you can see the another map is that nitrogen dioxide concentration map year of 2020 month of January. So basically, this time we will also download the tip images from this Google Earth Engine platform, and final output we can create in ArcMap software. Okay, for presentation work. Also, you can see this another map is that nitrogen dioxide level rebound of Bangladesh for the different time periods such as before lockdown, during lockdown, post lockdown time period. We also make the classified very low, low, medium, high, very high, and we also check the what is the changing their concentration for the different place during the different time period, before lockdown, during lockdown, post lockdown. Okay. So basically, in this time, we are using here the Sentinel-5 satellite imagery. Okay, and mainly Sentinel-5 satellite imagery, it accessing the different types of air quality parameters dataset such as nitrogen dioxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide, formaldehyde, aerosol, methane, carbon monoxide. So all of those gases we can easily access from Sentinel-5 satellite imagery and also work with that. Okay, so in this time, this is the link of the dataset. We can easily access all of the dataset from this link. So in this time, I can simply open my code editor and try to show you that all of the things, how we can easily import the dataset, and also how to filter this dataset, then how to reduce this image collection, and how to display the your dataset, and after that how you easily click on your shapefile, and how to display the result on of the map. Okay, so let's go. Then we try to discuss about the time series chart about that. So first of all, we try to discuss about one dataset. So just I simply open my code editor first time. Okay. So in this time, I want to work my data set. So I go to my data catalog. So just I simply click on here. You can see browse data catalog. Just go to this browse data catalog. So here I can get all of those data set about that. I simply click on the Sentinel because in this time I want to work with the Sentinel image collection. So here I want to use this image collection is that Sentinel 5. Me, tropospheric monitoring instrument. This data set I want to use and monitor all of those gases. You can see basically we can get the aerosol index, we can also get the cloud, also get the carbon monoxide, formaldehyde, we can also get from here the nitrogen dioxide, ozone, then sulfur dioxide, methane. Okay, so all of those gases we can easily access from here and also make the analysis. Okay, and with all of those data set we can get the Golo Valley data set we can get in here. Okay, so in this time I want to work with the data set. Suppose I want to work for the nitrogen dioxide, and I can simply click on here the nitrogen dioxide. Then I can get all of the information about the nitrogen dioxide. Basically this data set we can get from year of 2018 0628, and also there also mentioned the time. Okay, and after that we can also get that in time period is 2023 0515. Okay, 15 May, and this is the time. Okay, so in this time, this dataset provided is that European Union, ESA Copernicus, and this is the art engine snippet of this dataset. Okay, so in this time, I want to work with this dataset. For that, first of all, I need to import the dataset. So I simply copy the art engine snippet and paste in my code editor. Just simply copy from here and then paste in the code editor. Okay, and also give a variable name. Suppose I put the variable name such as suppose data. Okay, you can use any variable name. I put the variable name is the data. Okay, so now I want to work with this data. So in this time you can see this data set has also some band. Okay, so we can get the data set from the different phase of the atmosphere, such as tropospheric, stratospheric, tropopause. Okay, so in this time also you can see the nitrogen number column of density. Basically this band represented the total vertical ratio between the two things, says the total air mass factor and slant column density of nitrogen dioxide. Two ratio, it's mainly the total vertical column of nitrogen dioxide. Okay, and this unit is that mole per meter square. Okay, so in this time I want to work with that. So for that I simply copy this from here and then use here the select function. So select and simply paste this band in here. Okay, so now I simply select my band, and then you need to also filter the specific time period. Suppose I need this data set for a specific time period, so use here the filter date function and put here this specific time period. Suppose I want to observe the data set 2023 January, suppose 2023, suppose December 31, or if you want you can also check here the suppose whole month of January year of 2023. I want to observe monthly month of January, what is the condition of the nitrogen dioxide year of 2023. Okay, and now I also want to use here the another thing is that suppose I need this data set for my specific boundary. So in this time I simply import the boundary such as Bangladesh country boundary. So for that I can simply import my country boundary shape file. Suppose this is my country boundary shape, simply import that and give this variable name suppose ry. Okay, and then use here the filter bounds function. So filter bounds function and then put here the ry. Okay, so basically in this time full data set intersecting with my region of interest. When we are using the filter bounds function, it mainly provide me only for those images which image is available for my region. Okay, so now I want to check how many images is available for my region, how many images is available for this time period. Okay, so let's go. Simply use here the print and put here the data and use here the size function. So now I can get how many images are available in this condition for my region. Here I can get total 426 images are available for my region, and also between this time period, year of 2023, month of January. Okay, so this is my image collection. Okay, 426. This is my image collection. Next time when I want to make the time series chart, then I use this image collection and make this time series chart. Okay, so now I want to reduce this image collection. Okay, if you want to check image acquisition time period, we can get this month of January. This image is the taken for the different time of the month of January. Okay, so for that we need to make this reduce this image collection and then make a one image. So in this time I want to calculate the average pixel value from all of those images and reduce this image collection. So from all of those images I want to create the average concentration of nitrogen dioxide, because you can see all of those images month of January, it taken for the different date. Okay, different date and different time we can get these images. Different some images you can see it will be struck from the 3, okay, number of 3 3rd January for the different time. Also you can get the some data set the 4th January, and also 4th January has the some different time. Okay, so in this time we can get all of those data set. In this time I want to create the average pixel value from total 426 images. So for that I simply take a variable. Suppose this variable name is that average NO2 or nitrogen dioxide, you can use any name. And then I need to reduce this image collection. I want to reduce total 426 images, and 426 images is stored in this variable data. So simply paste here and use here the reduce function. Reduce function. How I can reduce? Earth engine reducer dot mean. Okay, I want to use there the average. And finally I want to clip it with my region of interest, ROI. So now display the result. So simply use there the map dot add layer function, and I want to show the average pixel value of this concentration map of nitrogen dioxide for my region. So now click to the run. Okay, it load a layer but don't focus my area. For that I use there the map dot center object and use there the ROI. Suppose zoom level is that 8. Okay, then click to the run. Okay, I can get the result look like this because I did not add any visualization. We can easily get the visualization from here, from that default code. There also add here some visualization about it. So just I simply copy from here and then paste in my code editor. Then simply copy this variable name from here and paste after the object name and click to the run. So black is the low concentration, red is the high concentration. Okay, so now I can check the result. Okay, so now we can easily find out that concentration map. So mainly this region is the high concentration area of nitrogen dioxide. We find out this. Also we can get this some region also the highest concentration of nitrogen dioxide gas. Also you can get some in here port area. In here we can get this high concentration map. Okay, otherwise we can also get the high concentration map in here. Okay, so this is the result for year of 2022 month of January. Okay, so now I get this result look like this. Okay, but this concentration is not same between the all of the days is not same. So when sometime it will be high, sometime it will be low, but in this result we can get the average pixel result. Okay, so now I want to make the time series chart and find out the result when this concentration is the high and when the concentration is the low. Okay, So from that we can easily make the time series chart and make for the month of January when this concentration is the high and when this concentration is the low. We can find out from our time series chart. And now it represented the result about the whole month of January average concentration map of nitrogen dioxide. Okay, so now we try to make this for the time series chart. Okay, and then check when it will be high and when it will be low about this our result. So for that we are using the same concept for this time series chart. We're using here the UI dot chart dot image dot series and put all of the argument one by one. So in this time image collection, anyone can guess it what is the variable about image collection in this code?
Data.
Yeah, data. So in this time image collection is the data. Here I can find out total 426 image collection. So just I simply copy the data and paste here. And then region is your boundary shape file, is that RY. Then reducer, I want to use here this mean reducer. So EE dot reducer dot mean, and scale is the resolution of your images. So in this time this resolution is that 1113.2 meter. Okay, this is our resolution. So I simply use this resolution in here. And X property default we are using here the system time start. So simply write this system time start. Okay, now I simply use here the print that just without taking the variable, I simply write the print function and then print that use at the parenthesis close. Now click the run. So now it's generating the chart. About that we can from the chart we can easily identify between the month of January which date is the highest, which date is the lowest value of the nitrogen dioxide gas. It's working. And using this same process, we are making the concentration maps such as, also you can see this is the other data set such as carbon monoxide, ozone, okay. Also you can see the formaldehyde, aerosol, cloud, sulfur dioxide, okay, methane. Using the same process, we can also display the result and also make the time series chart. Okay, so in this time I will try to show you all of those process only for the one gases. You also try to for your own self for the other gases which are available, but this process is the same when you want to display the result, when you want to export the time series chart, you want to export the image. Okay, all of this process is the same. Okay, and finally we are also trying to show you that how you can easily calculate the total emitted gas of nitrogen dioxide for a particular time period, how much nitrogen dioxide gas is emitted in a particular time period. This type of calculation we also try to show you this for the today's class. Okay, using the same process you are also calculate all of the other gases which are available in here. It's working. I think for the big region it takes some time for creating the chart. Sometimes we also face some problem when you want to suppose when it will be across the limit of the chart, it's showing that chart is not error. We can get the error for generating chart. In this case we can get the some error. It means that it across the limit of your pixel value, so that's why it cannot create the chart. Then we have to also put the another way. This way is that we also export the CSV file format. Okay, sometimes you face some problem, you want to make the generate chart, but the chart is not okay, we can get the some error. Then we can also try to another method. This method is that we can create the Excel file or CSV file. We create the CSV file from here and download this CSV file about this time series data. Okay, so this process I also try to show you that, because when you want to work with the big region, you face the problem like that. The chart is not work, or the chart is not appear at this type of problem you can face. Okay, so that's why I also try to show you that not creating the chart, you can directly download the CSV file in Google Earth Engine platform about your data set. Okay, so it's working. Okay, you can see it's showing the memory limit exists. Okay, so in this time there are the big data set, and also for the big region sometimes you are also facing this type of problem. Okay, but we are also trying to add the another method when you face the problem, not only for the data set, any data set. When you want to make the time series chart, but this time series chart is not work, we can get the error look like this. Okay, then we can also have the another option is that we download the Excel file or CSV file about this time series chart. Okay, then from the Excel file we are easily creating the time series chart. When I get the data, using this data we can easily create the time series chart. Okay, so that's why I also try to show you that. But it also working when you want to reduce this image date. Suppose I want to put only for the date for 1st January from suppose 10 January. And then check about that result. You can see it will be working or not. We can get the 128 images between this time period. Only for this 1 to 10 January. Okay, so now check about the result, it will be working or not. Okay, so now I can see it will be work very clearly, because it will be not exist our limit. Okay, because I want to shorten this time period. Okay, but when it exists the limit, then we have to use the export it as the Excel file. Okay, so this process I also try to show you that. So that's why I simply increasing the suppose 30. Okay, so now we also try to discuss about that how you can easily export the CSV file format in Google Earth Engine platform. And when you want to export that, suppose using a TIFF format, and also create this type of map in the ArcMap software. Okay, suppose I already show you this process how you can easily create this type of map using the TIFF images. Okay, so using the same process, you are also make the map in ArcMap software for your research paper or your presentation work. Okay, so this is the process. How can you do that? Okay, so now I want to suppose I want to create this CSV file. Okay, and using this same process you can easily create any data set, not only for the air quality parameters, any data set we are easily create this CSV file. Okay, and this CSV file we can easily download it from here. Okay, so for creating the CSV file, mention the comment CSV. Okay, in this CSV file, when you want to create for any data set, first of all, I need to create a function. Okay, this function I create the two column. One column represented the value. Okay, one column represented all of those value, and another column is represented the time. Suppose 1st January, what is the value of the nitrogen dioxide? 2nd January, what is the value of nitrogen dioxide? 3rd January, what is the value of the nitrogen dioxide? So in my column or in my CSV file, I create two columns. One column represented the time, another column represented the value. So let's go, we try to make this function according to that. So take a variable, function variable name. So you can use any variable name. I simply put the variable name, suppose CSV. You can use any variable name. And then use the function keyword. So function keyword, okay? In function keyword, I want to take an element, image. Suppose in this time, I want to take only for the one image. For the one image, I want to create for this image date and also create for this image value, pixel value of nitrogen dioxide. And then make the curly bracket. In this curly bracket, I want to put my argument. My argument is that I want to create the two column. Okay, one column represented this image value and another column represented this image time. Okay, so let's go. For that, I take a variable. Suppose I put the variable name is that stat, and then call this image. So mainly we are already know about a function, reduce region function. So mainly when you want to extract any pixel value, suppose you want to extract the total pixel value, you want to calculate the minimum pixel value, you want to calculate the average pixel value, then we are using a function. This function is that reduce regions, reduce region, this function. So I simply put that and put all of the argument one by one and make a curly bracket for creating the dictionary. Curly bracket start and end part.
Sir, what is the shortcut for this?
Control and
On
space.
this,
Control and space on your keyboard. Control space at the same time. Control then space. Then all of the argument appear it. Okay. Okay. So now I simply put the EE dot reducer dot mean. Okay. Then geometry. Geometry is my boundary area. This boundary is that ROI. Okay. Then also scale. Scale is that 1113.2 meter. And CRS not. I should remove that all of the things if not. Okay, so done. So one column I want to calculate this value. Okay, and another column I want to add for this image date. Okay, suppose 1st January, what is the value? Like this. So for that, take another variable. Suppose this variable is that date, and call this image. From this image, I want to extract the date. So I use the date function. Basically, date is a number. So this date I want to convert into string. So for that I simply use the format function. Basically this format function convert this date or into the string. So use here the format function. Okay. Okay. So now I create my requirement 2 column which I want to need in the Excel file, stat column and date column. And now I want to make a dictionary. Okay. For that I simply put a variable date and put here the dictionary such as I want to create a dictionary for date and also put here the keyword also date and also take the stat and also put the keyword as a stat. Okay. And this dictionary, and finally from this function, what I return? I want to return. So use the return function, return EE dot feature, then use the null. And it's set with our dictionary. So I simply call this variable of the DICT, dictionary. So this is the function. And when you want to calculate, not only for that, any data set, you want to extract the CSV file format, just use this function. Okay. So I create this function. And now when I want, and also create my image collection, you can see I already create the image collection in here. Okay, in here, and total data, it extract my total image collection, 426 image collection. Okay, so when I want to add this function with my image collection, then it will work. Okay, for adding that we are using here the map function. Okay, so let's be about that map function. Take a variable, suppose I put the variable name is the final CSV. Okay, final CSV, then I simply call this my data or image collection is that 426 images in here stored, and this image collection I want to add with my function. So use add the map function and then call this CSV, this function variable name. Okay, so now it added. Okay, so now I can easily get this result from that. So then also I have to need some filter. Okay, so from this final CSV, I also filter some about their not null, about the date and state Excel file. Okay, then also use that. So for that, I can simply take a variable in here. Suppose